Hey, Cancer North Node. This is Samara, your feminist alchemist. Welcome to your reading for the November new moon in Scorpio. This is a general reading, so take the messages as they come and as they resonate with you. They may not resonate with everybody. Just take what strikes a chord with you and let the rest float away on a cloud of fairy dust to whoever else in your Cancer North Node collective may need to hear that message at this time. If you're feeling this reading, you can give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when I upload, which is in and around every new moon. So let's start off by saying that this is not a sun sign reading. This is a North Node reading, and your North Node is a mathematical point in your birth chart that signifies your source of soul expansion in this lifetime. It tells us where our growth opportunities lie, and it tells us what type of experiences can provide us with a deeper soul fulfillment than we currently imagine for ourselves. I do have a short video that covers the general meaning of the North Node as I've been guided to understand it. Plus, you can check out the specifics of your North Node sign, explained in depth by YouTube astrologer Astro Finesse. Both links have been posted in the description box below. And this month I do not have an extended reading for you, Cancer North Node. It's been a very trying and busy month energetically, so I had to leave them out for this month, and I will thinking of reintroducing them in the new year. But in the meantime, you could always check out on Ko-fi if I have any other offers available. I recently put up my personal readings booking link, and anything else that I'll be offering will be posted there on Ko-fi as the weeks go on. So with that, let's get into your reading. I'm going to start with Path of the Soul by Cheryl Lee Harnish, and we're going to look into what the high frequency universal energies are around you in this 4-week period. Okay, we have a lot flying already. We have work. Path of the Soul. Cancer North Node. So if you need to fast forward, feel free. I just have 2 more cards to get from this deck, and I let them just jump out at me. Ooh, feel a yearning for that one. Interesting. Let's see. Feels like there's one more in here. Cancer Node, November 2021. Okay. I'm guessing, yeah, kind of sticky, so they're done for now. Yes, so what else did we have here? So we also got Boundless and Healing with Intention. Okay. So, Cancer North Node, I am seeing that your work, your career is very closely tied to your soul path. So you have energy coming in that is shifting your focus, your career focus. And a career may not be a, employment per se, but your life's work. They're saying to me, like, your life's work will be illuminated, and your life's work as they're saying that your life's work and the path of your soul are no different. They're not different from each other. They're one and the same. The two of these are coming in like, you can use those terms interchangeably for Cancer North Node, especially, and that's being highlighted to you this month. Boundless is, you have a big dreaming energy coming in, like, and this illumination will show you how and where you're being held back by your own actions or lack thereof, and your perceptions. Healing with intention. Your self-healing can be very connected to your life path, soul, the path of your soul and your career. So you may find that your life's work is basically to heal yourself, and that somehow translates into a career path for you. Yeah, I see for a lot of you, like, something healing inside of you is the process of healing something inside of you can develop into your main engagement in life, like how you spend a lot of your time. It's definitely a focus of your thoughts and feelings at the moment. A lot seems to be coming up. Well, Scorpio New Moon for sure. A lot comes up to be healed. It's revealed to be healed. You release it, transform it, transmute it. That's all Scorpio type energy. And with it being a new moon and not a full moon, it's like you're looking really at the shadowy side of things, if that makes sense. I mean, the full moon would illuminate what's in the shadows, but like the new moon is being in, for me, is being in the depths of that. Yeah, I kind of feel like the full moon is like not the full moon, the new moon is like sitting in the chamber of your heart and acknowledging what all your deep wishes are, which also means that you see and feel, you feel more what is lurking or what doesn't really align with that, your deepest heart's desires. I hope I made sense, because I feel like I'm just, my mouth is going automatically. Yes. All right, I'm going to go to the next card so that I can recalibrate my brain. So we are on the sacred geometry of sacred geometry of relationships and sacred geometry activations. So there's 2 oracle decks mixed in there. So I've done a pre-shuffle on all of your cards just to let you know. So I'm going to go straight to selecting. So we have connection, number 14, forgiveness, number 20, joy, honesty, sensitivity. Oh, some of these cards I haven't even seen yet. And compassion. So right off the bat, I have connection and path of the soul. Path of the soul is 14. Oh no, I thought it was 41. It's 44. Is it 44? Okay. No, then never mind what I was about to say there. Oh no, it's 41. Yeah. 41 and 14, mirrors of each other. So path of the soul and connection having something to do with each other. And boundless is 5, and connection 1 plus 4 is also 5. So that they showed me while I was shuffling, and they also showed me that 2 plus 3 is 5 of the boundless card. Okay. So I'm seeing that making connections, that you are a Cancer North Node, which means that your career success is less important, is less a part of your life purpose than the connections you make. Now that does not mean that you have a life that has no career success in it, or that it's not, that's not something that will come to you. It's just that is not, that's kind of your comfort zone as your Capricorn South Node self has leadership qualities, practicality, strategic planning, so on and so forth. So those things you should find as a Capricorn South Node / Cancer North Node come easily to you. The connections part is probably more of a challenge. Regardless of what your sun sign is, the connection part is likely more of a challenge than the organizational part of things. We're focusing on how to do things and how to achieve things. Forgiveness. Your higher self is, prompting you to basically forgive and be happier. And be honest with yourself. So I'm seeing that part of the healing and with intention, that forgiveness is a big part of that. So you may feel situations coming to the surface where you think that you've long forgotten about them, and they've coming up to the surface to be cleared again. because they're not cleared completely. So we're finding ourselves in this time, especially circling back to lessons that we haven't quite finished learning yet, or solidifying that we have learned them. One of them for you is Cancer North Node. Have you forgiven deeds of the past? And therefore released yourself for a future, a new future, like new experiences in the future. Because your higher self is calling you to have a more joyful experience. And to be not only honest with other people, so first and foremost, being honest with yourself about what makes you tick, what you like and dislike. And this is coming up very much, it's still pulling me towards this work realm. I feel that many of you are not doing in life what your dream career is. And therefore are having a hard time like finding your footing in a lifestyle that really honors the truth of who you are. So that's where the honesty is a big, it's like blaring at me. It is a big part of it. So if you look at like all the soft blues in there, it's very throat chakra oriented, but it still has also this little bit of purple that I like to acknowledge there as like a third eye. What are you really feeling and seeing in your visions? Like what are you really, when you fantasize or dream of your ideal life, what is in those visions? And what do you think about it really being possible? In sensitivity, this is my first time seeing this card. Thanks, Cancer North Node. I love sensing and feeling new messages. Some of you are becoming much more intuitive. You may be developing psychic gifts. You may be increasing your gift for understanding people. And smack dab between the sensitivity and connection is compassion. And they're giving me this story here where boundless is not just the boundaries of yourself, it's the boundaries of your relationship. Like it's almost approaching this feeling of oneness where you feel less separate from the people around you. And I'm getting the sense from this that you are like part of your purpose in this lifetime is to heal through connections and to kind of lower the boundaries between you and other people. And I'm getting that this gift of sensitivity that you may have is to facilitate that, even though this gift may make you very uncomfortable because you may feel too much of other people or feel easily swayed by other people's energies. And in that, they want you to have compassion for yourself and for others by standing in less judgment of yourself and others, and needing to understand everything about them or yourself. Like there's some things that are just great mysteries. Mysteries can be beautiful things as well, right? It's like seeing a magic trick, and then when you find out how the magic trick actually works, then the magic is no longer as magical, right? So can you stand back without necessarily knowing all of the details, even with yourself? And maybe wonder what's behind it, but also be perfectly fine with not necessarily understanding the whole inner workings of yourself right now or other people. Coming up, the cosmic tree. So I'm going down to your 3D energy. I'll explain in a moment because I feel like I skipped that part as to what this spread really is. So 9 is the Hermit, which is the cosmic tree in this deck. This is Cosmovisions. I'm just using the major arcana plus some of the bonus cards that I got along with the deck. And we're looking into the 3D energy and just how these energies are filtering down into your practical life, into situations that are prompting you to raise your vibration or bring things to your attention. 18 is the moon, but it's in reverse here. So this is the bridge in this deck. I'm losing my voice a little bit, so. Which one comes first? This one. We have the Karma card, which is 11. It's Justice in reverse. Traditional tarot, it's Justice. And then we have Illumination, which is one of the bonus cards that I was speaking of, I think. Okay, I need to set that aside because I'm not 100% sure where it goes because they're prompting me to continue shuffling. So. Okay, I felt like more than one card coming up. Yeah, so Karma and Illumination are here. Interesting. And then we have, well, in this deck, Death is 0, which is the Fool in reverse. And then the Vessel, card 15 is the Devil, and in reverse as well. And they want me to look at the bottom of the deck. And that's 17, the Star card, or the Veil in this deck, in the upright. So in the cosmic tree, I'm seeing that you may be more isolated than you would normally want to be, but they are showing me all these orbs kind of around the tree. So your isolation could be physical, but you're actually not isolated at all in terms of like the amount of divine support and messengers that are coming to you. This could also represent like family, ancestors, but also I'm feeling that this is also like living family. So I'm getting the sense from this card that your feeling of aloneness is like you feel alone inside, but you're not actually alone. Isolating yourself. But in that isolation, there is wisdom to come to you. Hence all of the orbs floating around it. We'll speak more to that when I pull from the next deck. The moon in reverse, there's something shadowy, subconscious-y that you're not looking at, that you're avoiding looking at. And looking at it would allow you to cross this bridge, but since you're not looking at it, you're not since you're either not looking at it, so you're either ignoring it or you're seeing it and getting triggered by it and flipping out, which is perfectly fine. It happens. But it's coming on this compassion card. And whatever it is that you're having a hard time looking at and is something that you need to spill some compassion on top of. And they're saying that the compassion starts with yourself. We have the Karma card in reverse, which was Justice in reverse and Illumination. So I'm seeing down here with sensitivity and honesty in combination with these two cards that I'm seeing that you're having a hard time seeing both sides of the coin. Sorry, my throat needs some water. One moment. All right. You're having a hard time seeing both sides of the situation. This may be part of the reason why you're having a hard time with forgiveness. And I have for some of you, there's a real misinterpretation of what your sensitivity is or what it means. So some of you may feel like you have this is for someone very specific. You may feel like you have some type of emotional or mental instability, but actually you have a gift of a spiritual nature, which gives you very deep insight into people. You may feel, okay, you hear voices, and they're saying, another sign had got this message as well. Not in the place of medical advice, like please look there as well if your condition is very troubling to you, but do at the very least hear and look up, or if you have availability or you know of someone who works in a spiritual practice, who can tell you what your symptoms sound like if it's looked at via a spiritual realm, spiritual lens, in the lens of a spiritual calling. Because some of your sensitivities are like see, let's go back to why they told me to look under the deck. Some of you are able to bridge. Some of you are able to bridge worlds and consciousness and see beyond the veil. Some of you are mediums. Some of you are channelers. So, because they're giving me very specifically with the honesty and the blue of the throat chakra, that some of you are basically, hearing voices, and the voices are not you losing your mind. Illumination, and because for karma, for me, this particular card in this particular deck, to me, is like not fulfilling something that you agreed to. So then, it's not balanced and ready to be cleared. It's stuck. And what is stuck is you have to figure out have a new interpretation of what this sensitivity is in your life, how it works, how you perceive it working for you or against you, and how you can come into balance with it. And then we have the Fool card in reverse, and the Vessel in reverse. Sorry, yeah, the Vessel / the Devil in reverse. I have here that there's an inevitability. There's like a wall between you and expressing this joy. So there's something that's very difficult for you to let go of, because I find it appropriate that even though this is not the death card in the traditional tarot, it's the death card in this deck, and it's all about reincarnation. And there's something like you're almost clinging to this negative thought, negative experience as a part of your identity. And so it makes it very difficult to drop that defense in order to experience more lightness. I'm seeing in the Vessel that there also may be some body issues at play. Wishing that you were literally in a different vessel, like your soul was in a different body. You may feel that you're in a body that doesn't represent who you truly are. And that may also be blocking this inability. You may be experiencing an inability to accept yourself as you are. I'm going to leave that there and go to the Lightseers Tarot by Chris Ann and see what advice the Divine has for you for navigating these issues. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. I don't want to call them issues. These situations that are coming up for you to navigate in the month of November. Three of Wands. Is this upright or reverse? Hold on. Reverse. Three of Wands. Want that one? It kind of flipped over and then it didn't. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Lovers is there's something strange in reverse. Okay, and then are these slips or are they there? They're going on the board. Okay. So you have all of your cards in reverse. We have the Six of Cups in reverse, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh, Cancer, North Node. So the Nine of Cups in reverse. They're showing this to me. This is, and the Hermit is also a 9. So this is a second 9 here. And they're showing me that the Lovers, as it is upside down, is a 9, and as this is upside down, it's a 6. Interesting. So they're kind of inversing each other as well. But with the 9 of Cups being like getting to some place of emotional, let's say, fulfillment, it's like just being one step away from having everything, there's like this grand shedding, this willingness to shed everything, because apparently what you've built emotionally up to now is not necessarily honestly what you want. There's also a shedding of all emotional baggage. So this way, it's like being thrown up to the sun, and kind of in reverse, it looks to me like just emptying them, dropping them. So I'm seeing like a huge release of things that have been weighing heavy on your heart. They're calling you to do this release. And for some of you, it's going to be a dramatic moment. You may just reach like a point where your truth has to be spoken aloud, regardless of who you think it may disturb. Regardless of whether it makes you or other people uncomfortable. With the 3 of Wands in reverse, I'm getting that you need to stop the momentum of the negative emotions that are running through you when they do run through you. And that's not to ignore them, but it's like you acknowledge them and then you think of something else. And you do something else about it, right? They're saying like be your own best friend, and what will your best friend do? Like, they may try to positively distract you, or they may try to, like, if, for example, there's something that you're not really digging about your vessel that you're in, then maybe they would encourage you to take small steps to improve how you feel about your vessel, right? Whatever type of self-care, some of it is actually improving, quote unquote, your vessel, and some of it is just improving how you feel about your vessel. So for the 3 of Wands, it's like they're asking you to sit down as if you are, like, be your own best friend to yourself and help yourself not get caught on waves of negative thoughts. With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. I'm going to start with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, there's definitely something in waiting for you. So there's something sprouting. For some of you, that's something romantic as well. But right now, everything is slowing down. It's a matter of like patience. because you have a lot of nines. Sorry, I have to say that again, because this karma card, when it's in reverse, it looks like a 9 instead of an 11. So you're definitely, it's like you're on the precipice of something. You are about to reap the rewards of something. You're about to obtain blessings, but this is why keeping your mindset positive and being honest about what you want is important at this time for you. Because the universe is working on giving you what you're asking for. Because you are approaching a milestone, like a turning of the tides, if you will. So what's important, so what they're saying here is important is ask for what you want with the illumination card, and don't and they want you, okay, I'm getting very specific. They want you to ask for what you want, both in terms of material things and abundance, and in terms of love and romance. Because they're preparing to give it all to you, but you have to really be honest about what it is, and you need to discover more deeply about yourself, because what is coming to you is going to stick with you for some time, right? So, you don't want your lot to come in, all your blessings to come in, and then I was like, oh yeah, those were nice, but I'd really like this instead. It's like, yeah, okay. You gotta wait, because now we have to set another set of events in motion to line everything up for you. So, and you want to set goals for yourself or visions for yourself that are based on the person that you want to be, and not necessarily the person you perceive yourself as now. Healing with intention. Okay, we'll go to these last three cards. 6 of Cups in reverse, which looks like a 9. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Swords, which looks like a 6, but it is a 9. So please look up the meaning of 9. Numerology. Numerological. Okay, never mind. You could just Google numerology 9 or angel number 9, and then you'll get some different sites that have descriptions of it. So I'm getting from these cards here, some of you are healing an inner child. A very sweet part of you that has accompanied you through all of your life, but you have not ever gotten anything, or up to now, that part of you has never been rewarded for being that sweet part of you. Like, your connections have seemed to overwhelmingly abuse that part of you. 9 of Swords in reverse is like the hope is here, but you're still mourning the past. Or seeing something in yourself that you feel justifies how you have been treated in the past. And they want to say that you're putting the cart before the horse in that respect, because you weren't treated that way because you were unworthy for whatever reasons you have there. You created those reasons that, oh, that must be so because people are treating me badly. or, I've been abused in a situation where I was very close and very vulnerable with somebody, right? And when I say abuse, it doesn't have to be like the type where you go to the police. It means, your trust, your boundaries card is down here. Your trust, your boundaries, your, they have been, your kindness, open-heartedness may have been compromised and abused by someone or several someones over the course of your lifetime, that has caused you to internalize that as something wrong with you. And this is where the compassion comes in for yourself. They want me to read it to you. I didn't read it earlier, right? Yeah. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. Now, they are less concerned about other people. Here's the spirit guides that I'm talking to right now are less concerned about you and how you deal with other people, and they're much more concerned about how you deal with yourself, because that's where it all starts. And they want you to prioritize yourself, knowing that and acknowledging that may make other people uncomfortable, because you are more, you have boundaries. This is called boundless, but I mean, your potential for happiness is boundless. You put boundaries on it when you prioritize other people's needs above your own. And they really want you to see this picture. It's like, you see, it's a kid with this really tender part of him, really tender pup. And then, they grew up together, right? But they're showing me this dog as more like this unconditional loving part of you. Okay, I'm going to move on to the Quantum Tarot. Tarot, you say tarot, I say tarot. I don't know why I said that, but yes. This is the Quantum Tarot. I bought it at the request of my guides for this particular reading. And I can't quite put my finger on why they want this deck and what I'm reading with this deck. So let's take it as quantum messages, multi-dimensional messages, insights for your journey. What just happened there? This happened? Do you want those? Yes, they do. But this one comes first. So the first card that came out was the Knight of Swords. And then we have the Eight of Cups and card 16, which is the Tower in the upright. Then we have 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Cups. And we have the Fool card, and it's in reverse again. Oh, okay. From the Knight of Swords in the upright, let me see if I can, yeah, it has like a little constellation on it. And the Knight of Swords in the upright is telling me that you're going to start thinking about things in a completely different way, because I keep seeing this, like, even though it's the Knight, I'm seeing it as the Ace. And they're telling me that this energy is because, yes, the gift of a new perspective is there, but you're going to have to fight to get to it. So this forgiveness for you is not a walk in the park. It's and it's not something that's from one day to another. Like, it will be, like, I don't like to make any type of predictions. We're just talking about the energy as it is now. But the message is that your forgiveness work, as I said in the beginning, your forgiveness work and your healing work may be very well part of how you spend most of your time. Like, what type of, you may offer services to someone, you may write a book, you may, you know what I mean? It's a significant part of what your role is in the world, as this, in the incarnation that you're in. Because they're really pointing out to me, like, the constellation here, and they're saying that, yes, it's written in the stars. It's written in the stars, also pointing to you may be called to write something. So I'm getting a very strong message for a few of you out there that you should be writing, and that may come up as a new career path for you. It could also, even if it's not a career path, if it doesn't start out that way and you don't think of it that way at first, journaling can be part of your forgiveness journey. And you may find later in life that the journals come in handy for something else, right? Some of you are learning about astrology too, in more depth. Some of you already know about astrology in more depth in a past or parallel manifestation of yourself, and it's being brought to the surface for you to use. The 8 of Cups in combination with the Tower. Well, I just had to laugh. I'm sorry. Because the energy was just like, yeah, it's like one of these things where, I mean, if you check out my Instagram, you'll see that there's a meme when Scorpio season started, and it's like a friend saying, oh my God, your house is burning down. And Scorpio is just lighting a cigarette saying, let it burn. This is kind of what I'm getting energetically with these 2 cards here, because I have that, chaos, things falling apart, but you can be completely at peace with it, because you see, like, it's the destruction is part of the magic of creation, and that is the embodiment of Scorpio. The creative and destructive cycles. All right. So they want to remind you to, this is the path of your soul. And your connection is not just to other people, it's also to the spirit realm. Move on from that one. Then you have the 7 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, and I believe they're both in the upright. Yes. Boundless is down here underneath everything. I have in the 7 of Cups here that you have a lot of choices of who you can connect with. Like, you can connect with people in this realm deeply. You can connect with if you're a starseed, with your star family, your soul tribe. You can connect with, I'm also getting like fairies, elementals, trees, animals. So they're saying that your sensitivity is actually very, very broad. And your sensitivity also has many, many uses. So you can be, with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm getting that you can be more flexible about how you go about using your sensitivity. Like the possibilities for you are endless. So the actual question at hand here is Fool in reverse. What do you want to transform into? Like, because this Fool has a big butterfly on it. A couple butterflies. And here's the hand of the universe giving the Fool, like, here is all you desire to move forward into the next phase of your life or into the next life, right? And you're getting this Fool in reverse over your honesty and your healing with intention, which is down in this corner here. So and it's also on top of joy. Basically, being honest with yourself about, they're saying that there's many avenues that you can take to get to, like, to have put your mark on the world as you are destined to do, or fulfilling what your life purpose is. So, knowing that you have all of these cups to choose from, you should just do what makes you happiest. All roads lead to Rome, right? So it's up to you if you want the road to be one where you've made a lot of compromises to satisfy other people, or if you are prioritizing yourself while still being able to be compassionate to other people, right? So I'm going to look at the Okana Oracle. It's kind of a shadow deck from the ancestors. This is I'm doing this reading on the eve of the new moon, and Halloween has just passed, so which was also totally high energy time. I really enjoyed it. I had 3 good days of rituals. So let's see. Cancer North Node, November 2021. Okay. Earth. You were born to be the head and not the tail. So I'm going to read from the guidebook for this one. And if any other messages come up while I'm reading, I will let you know at the end. Page 23. Okay. Okay, the shadow element is a struggle to take accountability for one's own choices, shortcomings, or mistakes. It's oftentimes very easy to point the finger at others for their role in the demise and destruction of a situation in life, but one must realize that when one finger is pointed out, 5 more are pointed back. Well, 4 more are, not 5. But anyway, this card suggests that there are elements present in your life that you need to stand firm and take accountability on, because the only way to resolve them effectively for you to move on into peace is to tackle them as if they are your problem only. Of course, there are times when it's a multi-party quarrel, but you can't control how others work through things, or even if they work on them at all. So it is up to you, the person doing this shadow work, to take it upon yourself to work through it yourself so that you are free from the confines of blame, feeling slighted, and allowing it to hinder your path. For example, this can manifest itself as simply a disagreement about responsibilities. If you relegate yourself to being the judge of a situation versus an active party to fix it, nothing will get done, and a breakdown of trust and respect are sure to follow. Your ancestors are asking you to take leadership role in your own life and actions and work on taking accountability. Okay, so this for me is all about this is what they're telling me. It's not really my opinion. Forgiveness is more about you and less about the other person. So there is a certain amount of accountability and responsibility with, I'm going to forgive you even though I don't feel you deserve it, but I deserve it. And this is part of the stripping away of, you may find that some of the stuff that you're being called to strip away and to forgive is like long-seated, memories that go way back. And it could be memories of people that are not even directly your family. It could just be in society in general. Some of you have experienced like bullying. So it takes strength and resolve to forgive situations where, there is no apology coming from the other, apology or remorse coming from the other end. So, your ancestors, I'm going to use another deck to see what else they have to say, are saying that, there comes a time when you have to just be your own solution to the problem. Like, instead of standing in judgment of what happened or the problem or the situation, to take yourself as, I have an active role in healing this, and there are things that I can do. I'm going to check the Okana Tarot to see what else your ancestors have to say, if they have anything further on that point, or if they have just something different altogether. I wasn't sure which way it came, but key 4. If you overtake a leader, you break your neck. Interesting. I feel like there's one more in here. Oh no, they don't want one more. Okay. Strange. Lately they've been giving me like several cards from that deck. So what they're saying simply through this card is, they're saying to me that you can't make these changes by force, right? A lot of it is not being forceful with the ones that you feel slighted by, but being compassionate with yourself. Because fighting them or fighting with them to get them to see you differently or see the situation differently is only going to cause you more disappointment. It's like, there's really a time to be accountable for your own healing with intention. I'll pull that up again. Healing with intention. For you to be your own healer and just do it, you know. And if those people are not healing themselves, they will have to deal with the consequences of that. But you can release yourself from the confines of whatever has made you feel unworthy or not blessed with the gifts that you have. Because for some of you, all of this is really revolving around your mental health, emotional health, or your gifts that show up in the world as something other than, you know, clairvoyance, clairaudience, mediumship, channeling, and so on and so forth. Or you're just a very intuitive person, you know. So we have 35, loyal heart. And 37, never-ending story. These are from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Ooh, we're at an hour and 7 minutes almost. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging in there. I hope this has all made sense to you. I'm going to read card 35. They're both in the upright. Okay, 35. Essential meanings are fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. Okay, evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that Spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. Okay. They're pointing to me the I'll try to dig where we're talking about the cosmic tree of it having some of your isolation is more perceived than anything, and partially because these people that you feel isolated from, you haven't forgiven them. There's going to be revealed, I guess, a fundamental loyalty that you wouldn't allow yourself to see before, right? And it will be you will start to see it once you start, you know, fighting for yourself. Fighting for yourself in that fighting for your space in the world. Like they keep giving me the word fighting, battling, like carving out your space for your authenticity. And you will find that there are people who support you more than you think that they would. Yeah. And then we're going to go to Never Ending Story. Okay. Never Ending Story, number 37. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that piece of you. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story. And the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Okay, they want me to read the relationship messages. Okay, sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now, you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. And to round it out for some of you who are like in the work, because we basically had everything come up here. We had work, we had relationships, and we had just like spiritual growth in general come up. And they all came up intertwined. So I will do the prosperity message just for those of you out there who are really more focused on your career aspect at the moment. Okay. Fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood could all be active in your life at this moment. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way, so you step out of your lane, totally aware of what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Are you back where you started, or in a situation that reminds you of past failures? Financial insecurities scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. Better yet, stop telling the story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. So there was quite a few messages in there. Relationship, prosperity, just the standard oracle message. But all in all, it's like what your ancestors also said here, stepping out of the victimhood, crafting a new story for yourself. And part of that involves forgiving the past. And those that will never express that they're sorry, but that's fine. Because you have a whole team behind you that's rooting for you, including yourself. And some people who are going to reveal themselves as you start to show more self-love and self-care to yourself. Heal with intention. And all will be well. Yeah, that is all for you, Cancer North Node. Thank you so much for stopping by. I wish you all the best this month, and I will see you next month at your North Node reading. Yeah, and until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.